Yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Oh yeah, we right back on top of things. Where's everybody at? Harlem Future, what's good? When you come in, drop a comment, drop a like, smash the like button. I don't know how long this stream is gonna be, so we gotta get right to it. Yeah, these vampire streams are clutch. Let's get it, people. I just want to talk. Man, it's California weather's been so weird. It's been like a beautiful day. Then it'll be raining. Then it'll be nice. Then it's rain. I don't feel like doing shit. I don't feel like leaving the house. I don't feel like doing nothing. I just been chilling, working on this edit I got going from when I was in LA. That's it. I just been chilling. But let's get it, man. Cincinnati's like that, man. It's weird. We see the other thing is daylight savings time fucked me up too. Shout out to Real Richmond, man. Daylight savings time really fucked me up too because we lost an hour, and I just feel like I'm like looking at the clock. I'm like, damn, it's 8 already. Like, let's do a quick roll call again. I don't know how long this is gonna be, so we got to get straight to it. Get the likes up. Get the engagement up. Hopefully people come. Shout out to J-Dog. We got a shooter in the building. Roll call. Where y'all at? Oakland, Toledo, Bronx, 813 Tampa, Yonkers, New York, Baltimore, Illinois, Nashville, Tennessee. We not playing. Waco, Texas, we not playing. Eagle Valley 314, STL 513, Lincoln, Nebraska, Pittsburgh, Coachella, DC, Australia, Seattle, Chicago, Westfield, Garfield Park. What's happening? See, I'm faster than y'all today. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? H-Town, holding it down. Harlem, holding it down. Houston, baby. Houston, Texas. West Virginia, Kansas City, 407 Orlando, North Carolina, Memphis by the way of North, Baton Rouge, Kuwait. Upstate to Kuwait, we out here, man. Houston, Texas, be more. Yeah. DeSoto, Texas, home of Errol Spence Jr. Toronto, Texas, Brooklyn, stand up, Oak Cliff, Grand Prairie, Texas, Baldwin Park, California, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Pompano Beach, 954, Jacksonville, be more. Let's get it, man. So, again, I don't know how long this live stream is. I just feel like talking. I've been working in the house. I'm just taking a break from the editing. I don't feel like going nowhere, so we're gonna do a stream. You know, I'm the stream king. Y'all know me. Ego, aka Young Credentials. Let's talk about it. Keith Thurman. I did a video about him pitching the first pitch at a local baseball game in Clearwater, Florida. Listen, some of you guys, you act like you struggle to comprehend. What I'm saying is not hard at all. All I'm saying is Keith Thurman, his whole rationale of thinking for not fighting Errol Spence this year, what he has told the media, what he has said in interviews, what is stamped in time is, I'm coming off of an injury. I'm coming off a elbow injury. My elbow is fucked up. I gotta ease my way back. I am not fighting someone in the top 10 in my comeback fight. Fine. Me, I'm realistic. I don't have a problem with that, right? But if you're saying, hey, we can't even get the fight later this year, like, truth be told, you're gonna fight 2 times a year. You could fight 3 times a year if you really wanted to, especially since you only fought 1 time last year. That's what, just like the nickname one time, Keith Thurman has been fighting 1 time a year. You know what I mean? Canelo's talking about fighting the Mexican dates, you know what I mean, May and September. But Keith Thurman, probably for the last 2 years, he's probably fought 1 time. You know what I mean? So, if you really wanted to, you could fight. But he's making cool money. He got 2 belts. So he's probably like, I don't have to fight a 3rd time. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to camp a third time this year, which is his option. But people want to see the Errol Spence Jr. fight, and I'm sick of it where it's coming to boxing fans and they all turn into Don Kings and little politicians and Eddie Hearn and Bob Arams and DeBellas, and it's like, what are you in this for? I thought you were a boxing fan. Oh, Wilder and Joshua, we should all wait till 2027. Why? Let it marinate. Like, I'm not trying to hear that from fans. I can understand, at least I can, even if I don't agree, I can at least understand why a promoter's telling me that. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a vested interest because he's promoting a fighter. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Keith Thurman, he pitched the ball. I wasn't suggesting that. Some people are like, what? What's the big deal? The big deal is people want to see you fight Errol Spence Jr. And the holdup is your elbow, but you out in the streets of Nepal months after you had this surgery that is going to set you back and keep you out of the ring, and you're street fighting on camera. Then now you're pitching the first ball, which does take energy. Someone was like getting all technical, as long as he didn't pitch a curveball. Like, he's still throwing. Like, you're about to fight in May. The way Keith Thurman has made it sound to me in interviews, he made it sound like he's really concerned that his elbow possibly wouldn't be healed. So he's not going to take on a person like an Errol Spence Jr. and then have his elbow give out. That's what, the way he's making it sound from his interviews, from what he said, and I followed what he said. We got to get the likes up. I'm telling you, I don't know how long I'm going to be up here. We got to try to get to 100 likes ASAPalist. But Keith Thurman, from his own mouth, quotes from his own mouth, he's making it sound like he doesn't know, and he's skeptical of his elbow. So to me, that doesn't necessarily look like you're concerned with your elbow if you're throwing out the first pitch because you're the celebrity that's from that era. From that area. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. I didn't say he played a full-length Major League Baseball 12 innings. I never said no bullshit like that. It's not hard to understand. You know what I mean? And I even used the example. When I worked at Lowe's, we'd have people on light duty. They had to, like, this guy worked in lumber. He had to answer phones because he said lifting them heavy ass bags of concrete, like 80-pound bags of concrete, he said he fucked up his back. So they put him on light duty where he's answering phones. So you don't really want to be out there playing golf if you're on workers' comp. You know what I'm saying? And you say you can barely move and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Again, it's one pitch, blah, blah, blah. But if you have a fight in May and you're making it sound like your elbow is a heavy concern of yours, I don't know that I would be playing baseball or throwing baseball, because I don't know if you've ever seen, they don't typically, but if you've ever watched baseball, before the cameras start rolling, they do practice pitches. Because if you've seen 50 Cent when he threw his, I think at a Mets game, it was like he did horrible. You know what I mean? So they usually give some test runs to practice or whatever. So I doubt he just threw it once and, no, I'm out on one time. So I'm just gonna throw the ball one time. But anyway, I don't want people to over embellish on what I'm saying. The bottom line is people want to see Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence, and as he says, not gonna happen, baby. 2018 is not gonna happen, right? And he's citing the main I haven't heard no other major reason why the fight cannot happen aside from this elbow shit. That is the primary reason from Thurman's side why he has stated it's not going to happen. That and mandatories, which we all know Errol Spence is an IBF champion. Fact. Keith Thurman has 2 belts. Fact. WBC, WBA. Unifications supersede a mandatory obligation, right? And keep in mind, a guy like, I don't know about Danny Garcia, because I haven't really heard him speak as much about it, but I know for a fact from talking to him directly, personally, and from what he said on camera and in front of Showtime cameras and stuff, Sean Porter says he wants Keith Thurman. That's who he's gunning for. And he'll also fight Danny Garcia. Those are the 2 names that he's constantly mentioned. He wants Keith Thurman. If you can't get him, he's down. Because you have to look at it from Sean Porter's perspective. Either way leads him to Thurman at some point. Because he's obviously probably going to be confident and think he can beat Danny Garcia, because that's what fighters do. Why are you going to be like, oh, I'm going to lose this fight? So he thinks he can beat Danny Garcia. And then that's one paycheck, one payday with the big name. Maybe even a name bigger than Keith Thurman. I don't know. But definitely a good paycheck. And then you fight Thurman if you beat Danny Garcia, and then that's another big payday. So, I mean, it makes sense. So Sean Porter already has a backup plan if he can't get Keith Thurman next. But again, Errol Spence and Keith Thurman is not going to happen per his own mouth. We heard it from the horse's mouth. And it's mostly because of this elbow shit. So, you know what I mean? And the other thing I'm wondering is, why is it taking so long to announce his opponent? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's fighting in May. There's plenty of time. But they just seem, I don't know, are they struggling to match him? Jesse Vart. And see, this is the thing. Oh, see, listen, the game is so fucking weird to me. The game is weird for this. And I'm not throwing shade. If I'm saying something that's not factual, please correct me. If I'm not saying facts, if y'all want me to spit this facts, can I get a hell yeah? And smash the like button, people. We working. That's what it is. But if you want to hear this point, can I get a hell yeah? I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna tell you why the game is crazy right now. And I'm not trying to make it like I'm just complaining, because boxing is in a great place right now. But we can even get it to, see, if anything, I want to take it to that next level. You know what I'm saying? We're already in a good spot. So please don't misconstrue this and think that I'm saying boxing's in a horrible place or anything. It's not that. But we have the opportunity to get boxing back in front of a lot of eyes. You know what I mean? ESPN just did 1.1 million on the Quig Valdez fight. Week before, Wilder Ortiz was an awesome fight that did 1.1, 1.2 million on a premium network. Let's fucking go, man. Let's get this sport back to where it needs to be. Ego Army, stand up. Ego Army and Wakanda forever. Smash the like button. Now, I seen you guys put hell yeah. So let me tell you why the game is crazy. The game is crazy right now because love him or hate him, I don't always agree with what Adrien Broner says or does. But guess what? The motherfucker is willing to fight whoever. And I didn't even say ever. I said whoever. EVA. He is willing to fight whoever. And trust me, just listen. This is why the game is crazy, people. Adrien Broner, no shade, but he's in more of a delicate situation because he's coming off of a loss. It's not like he lost to a bad fighter. He lost to Mikey Garcia. We've seen Mikey just got a title in the 4th division. So it's not that. But he has the Maidana loss. He has the loss to Sean Porter. And he just came off a loss with Mikey Garcia. And if you really want to like nitpick some of his wins, like Daniel Ponce de Leon or Paulie Malignaggi, some people out there would be like, I thought he beat Paulie. De Leon, that could have went either way. But either way, some people would add that in their mind, even though he won those fights. They'd be like, oh, he possibly could have lost those fights, right? So Broner coming off of a loss, he's down to fight whoever. If anybody is in the position where you definitely would want to get a win, is Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner is about to fight Omar Figueroa, who has a style which is closer to Maidana, not exact, but it's closer to Maidana than it is different. It's not like Omar Figueroa is this like sweet science guru and, you know what I mean, like Swift and Philly shelling it up and doing shit like that. So he's closer to what Maidana does. Tough, relentless, good power, probably a bit awkward. Volume, throws a good amount of punches. Broner was down to fight him. Coming off a loss, down to fight him. And that style may not even be that great for Broner. Look at the guys who pushed him. Ponce de Leon, Sean Porter, even Paulie Malignaggi is not a big puncher, but he was winning early rounds with volume. Maidana, right? Mikey Garcia pressured him, right? Adrian Granados, he kind of boxed, but then he added some pressure. That was a close fight. But the point is, he was down to fight the style that gave him problems. Through no fault of his own, Omar Figueroa, he's the one that said, I can't make April. I'm injured. And now he's fighting Jesse Vargas, who's another game-ass opponent, tough, and arguably a better fight than the Figueroa fight. And then you have Keith Thurman, who has both of the belts, and he don't even want to fight Jesse Vargas. Like, according to him, he said, I'm probably not fighting no one coming off the top 10. Now, listen, I told you. Y'all said hell yeah, so I told you I'm gonna connect the dots on y'all. And I'm gonna explain why the game is crazy. Now you look at it, who's more in a position to either A, take a loss, two, who's more in a position to at a deficit? Broner has multiple losses, and he's coming off a loss to Mikey Garcia, fighting a Jesse Vargas, right? At a catch weight, and Vargas has recently fought at 147, stopped a guy who just stopped, well, not stopped, but just beat a legend in Miguel Cotto or Keith Thurman. So I even with the elbow injury, and trust me, I know Keith Thurman is coming off of an elbow injury. So I don't really have a problem with the tune-up at all. I understand that aspect of it. But you look at Broner's attitude, Broner's probably in the worst position. Not that he's coming off of an injury, but he's coming off of a loss. He doesn't really he wants to get a W here versus Jesse Vargas. And the motherfucker's still down to fight Jesse Vargas. So if you think about it, that's almost equivalent. What would you rather be, the undefeated guy coming off of an elbow spur injury, or a guy who has multiple losses and is coming off of a loss? His best performances haven't been necessarily 144 or above, and you're fighting a Jesse Vargas. And Broner's down. That's what I'm saying. The game is crazy. Broner off of a loss is down to fight Jesse Vargas. You know what I mean? That's a fact. He's down to fight Jesse because he's fighting Jesse Vargas in April. Even though welterweight hasn't been necessarily his best weight or his best victories, he's still down to fight Jesse Vargas. Look at Broner's attitude. And then Keith Thurman is like, you know what I mean, nursing the injury and saying, I need a tune-up, which is fair, that's fine. But you don't even want to, he doesn't even want to fight Jesse Vargas. He says he's not going to fight Jesse Vargas. And he's even telling you to cancel Christmas and rule out Errol Spence for all of this year. And he said this last year. Like, damn, we didn't even make it to 2018, and you already told us we weren't going to see Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman. Crazy game. Hey, we're almost to 100 likes, man. Smash the like button. We working. Vargas is a top 7 welterweight, absolutely. And a guy coming off a loss like Adrien Broner is down to face him. And Thurman, because of his injury, which he had surgery for, which is supposed to correct the problems that it may or may not have, you know what I mean? Or that he had or whatever. He was like, nah, I'm not even fighting a Jesse Vargas. So it's just different attitudes. You know what I mean? Myron Dinard, $5 super chat, Shmoney gang. Pray to the Shmoney God. Unfortunately, Keith Thurman kissed his will to be the best. I don't think he can beat Spence until he could summon the old school one time. Listen. Oh, wow. I just got an alert. Professor Stephen Hawkins just passed away. Rest in peace to Stephen Hawkins. They said he's a genius, like, you know what I mean, his IQ and stuff. Rest in peace. I just got an alert on my phone. But rest in peace to Stephen Hawkins. That's fucked up. But he just died. I don't know what happened. But I just got the alert on my phone. But definitely an educated, powerful mind. Rest in peace, Stephen Hawkins. But like I said, say whatever you want about Broner. Oh, he touched her ass in the mall. All that weird extracurricular shit. The motherfucker's down to fight. He's not clearly down to do that. And I mean, I don't know how true it is, but he says, I'm gonna beat Jesse Vargas at AB. And then Keith Thurman, I heard you talking shit. And then he went at Keith Thurman. I don't even think that's a good, personally, stylistically, I don't think that's a good fight for Broner. But he's desiring the work. He said, after I fight Jesse Vargas, yo bitch ass can get it next, or whatever he said on Instagram. Yeah, I heard about Craig Mack too, man. There comes flavor in your ear. Another one. Yeah, boy. Rest in peace to Craig Mack. Classic hip hop track. Flavor in your ear. Even a remix with LL and Busta Rhymes and shit, man. We gotta cherish life, man. Life is short. That's what I'm saying. That's why motherfuckers ain't trying to wait till 2029 to see these fights. We gotta see this shit now. Broner's down for the smoke. I mean, like I said, you can say whatever you want about the man. He wants to smoke. I give him credit for that. Um, so, and the thing about it is Keith Thurman wanted to smoke the whole time he was coming up. Like I could show. Hold on. I shouldn't even have to do this, man. I read body language. But that video I just made with Keith Thurman, he was screaming on. Watch. You don't even have to. I'm not even gonna play it with sound. You can just look at Keith Thurman's face and see he meant business. He was calling out Tim Bradley and all types of shit. Look, just look. No sound. You don't even have to hear what he's saying. Tell me he didn't mean this shit. Hold on. Hold on. If y'all want to hear this, we got to get closer to 150 likes, man. Stop playing. If y'all want me to play this Keith Thurman clip so y'all can see how focused and in the zone Keith Thurman was, smash the like button. I'm not doing this for free. Y'all got to work for me. I work for y'all. The people's champ. Y'all got to work for me. Smash the like button. That stuff matters on YouTube. We trying to take this whole game over. You know what I mean? We didn't come to take part. We came to take over. It's over, Dozer. And we about to bulldoze our way into the game and make them respect us. God damn it. Myron Dinar, $2 super chat. Keith Thurman tossed his will to be the best. Or lost his will to be the best. Get them likes up. But I'm not even going to play it with audio, and you can just look at Keith Thurman's attitude. And tell me when's the last time you seen him have an interview where he was turned up. Like, he did a little bit before the Danny Garcia fight, but that was in front of Showtime cameras. But I'm talking about where he's just at a fight and someone catches him in the hallway. Tell me when you seen this energy. When's the last time you seen Keith Thurman with this? Because this is the energy that made me love Keith Thurman and love watching Keith Thurman on top of the way he fights. Just look, no sound. No sound. Look. Just look at the energy.
Again, this is the same arm that has given you problems in the past.
Look.
You just had the surgery for. Let me know what you guys think. Who should Keith Thurman? And that's the other thing. I'm wondering why. There's time, but I'm still wondering why they haven't announced Keith Thurman.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna take the audio off. Look. That's the Keith Thurman I know. Look. The bed did not duck me, son. You don't even have to hear what he's saying, but you know he meant that shit. But
so
then,
if you enjoyed this video,
now you ask him about like that, and that's just a portion of it. I got the full clip. You know what I'm saying? But now you ask about the Errol Spence situation or whatever. It's like, oh, Errol, he's a good fighter, and it's like more of the flute playing, like philosophical, strategic. But Floyd Mayweather, when he came in the game, he didn't just go after his foes. The fight were built, like, you know, but it's it's not that Keith Thurman. Listen, I'm gonna say this again, and if you ever hear anybody steal this, you know where they got it from, man. I told you I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Let's get it. I'm in my bag right now. I told you, if you guys hear someone say this, then you know where they got it from. I've been saying this for years now. Everybody wants to be Money Mayweather without going through the pretty boy Floyd stages. It doesn't work like that. Not saying fighters have horrible careers or they ain't fought nobody, but I'm gonna say it again. Everybody wants to be Money Mayweather without going through the pretty boy Floyd stages, right? Maybe it's an age thing, but if you watch Floyd's entire career, if you were blessed or young enough to have lived through that, you know what I mean? If you're born in like when Tupac died or something, like you're born in 96, 98, 2001 or some shit, 2008, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you wouldn't remember, but if you either watch Floyd, you were old enough and watched Floyd's whole career, Pretty Boy Floyd and on, or if you were born in the later year and you went back and studied things that came before you, you would know that Floyd paid his dues before, like even when he was with Top Rank, he was paying dues that whole time. You know what I mean? When he was with Top Rank, he was paying dues that whole time. Before it even got to some Money Mayweather. Because Money Mayweather was really created, if we're being real, during the De La Hoya fight. You know what I mean? When he fought De La Hoya, that's when he became cash cow and really embraced the villain role and all that shit. And it's like I hear, shout out to Dante. I spoke with him yesterday, but he put up a video that he had from when he was in New York with Danny Garcia. And I don't even I don't want to even quote him. I don't even remember what he said 100%. But basically, he was talking about Errol Spence and Sean Porter fights, and then he somehow related it to Floyd Mayweather. And I see a lot of guys doing this. You know what I mean? Or promoters, Eddie Hearn or Golden Boy or whoever. Like, oh yeah, Canelo Golovkin. I remember Canelo Golovkin and De La Hoya kept saying stuff about let it bake and let it marinate and preheat the oven, and you know what I mean, we gotta season it first, and all these cooking terms like man versus food ass like acronyms and comparisons, right? No, I didn't see Eddie Hearn's latest interview. But I'm telling you, man, everyone wants to be Money Mayweather. They don't want to go through the Pretty Boy Floyd stage of just racking up bodies. You know what I mean? Nobody was calling him Money Mayweather when he was beating Arturo Gatti. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? And I see that these fighters are doing that. Like, I mean, how can you? Man, y'all know I be on my hip hop shit. Nas got this line where he says, name a rapper that I ain't influenced. Right? What song? Was that Ether? Hold on. Let me see. I like to, I respect people that came before me. Hold on. I want to quote him right. I think it might have been Ether. Yep. You been on my dick. You love my style. Hold on. He said something about Judas. Name a rapper that I ain't influenced. What you think you get girls now? Cause you, hold on. See, I'm on my hip hop shit. I want to quote him right. Is that Ether? Somebody. Rockefeller died of AIDS. That was the end of his chapter. What you think you get girls now because of your looks? Hold on. Yeah. God's son across the belly. I prove you lost already, man. Hey, what verse is it? Anybody know so I can speed this up? I'm trying. Where are my real hip hop fans? What verse was that? Name a rapper. I'm just trying to quote him right, because that shit was ill. That was the first verse? Hold on. How can Nas be garbage? Semi-autos at your cartlet. Oh my gosh. Hey, shout out, hold on. Shout out to King Tron. He on his hip hop shit. It was the first verse. I couldn't remember what verse. I remember it was Ether. All right, he said, who's the best? Pac, Nas, and Big ain't no best. East, west, north, south, flossed out, greedy. I embrace y'all with napalm. He said, blows up, no guts, left chest, face gone. How can Nas be garbage? Send me autos at your cartilage. Burner at the side of your dome. Come out of my throne. Oh my gosh. He said, I got this lock since 9-1. I am the truest. Name a rapper that I ain't influenced. Gave y'all chapters, but now I keep my eyes on the Judas. Listen, we gonna relate this to hip hop. Drake is better than Jay-Z. Stop it. Stop it. Drake got a ghostwriter. Jay-Z be off the top. You don't even write his shit down. Stop it. He said, how can Nas be garbage? Send me Send me autos at your cottage, burner at the side of your dome. Come out of my throne. I got this lock since 9-1. I am the truest. Name a rapper that I ain't influenced. Gave y'all chapters, but now I keep my eye on the Judas. Let's go, man. Yeah, you talking about Drake better than Jay, and I don't have a problem with Drake, but shit, Quentin Miller better than Jay then, because Drake didn't even write all this shit. Anyway, I love that what Nas said. He said, I got this lock since 9-1. I am the truest. Name a rapper that I ain't influenced. Gave y'all chapters, but now I keep. Listen, that's how I feel about Money Mayweather. Everybody keeps like trying to steal the blueprint and see how can I make so much money in the game and this. Name a rapper that I ain't influenced. That's kind of like Mayweather. Name a boxer that he ain't influenced. And now that these guys have been influenced by it, right? Now they're trying to pick and choose little aspects of it and start like I've even heard Keith Thurman again. I'm not gonna go back and fully quote it, but just paraphrasing. He basically was talking about Errol Spence can deserve to get some title defenses. He's a young buck or a young pup, and why does he take some title defenses like I had to do, and that's not gonna hurt him. The fight can build up. If Floyd didn't want to fight me and Pacquiao ain't fighting me, this is my Mayweather Pacquiao type fight. Then the fight needs to be built up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Name a rapper that I ain't influenced. And that's how it is with Floyd. Name a boxer that he ain't influenced. But the problem is now everyone's doing what he did to get to the pot of gold. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? You can't just skip levels. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to level up. But like, listen, if anybody tells you, like at a high level of YouTubing, like, you know what I mean? If they say, hey, I'm a full-time YouTuber, you can ask, I know, shout out to Marco's Fight Hub. You know what I mean? Ask Dante. Ask anybody who says they do this full time and they tell you it's not about views or like, I don't care if I get paid type shit, then you got to question that because like, how do you pay your bills if it's not about that? Like, see, I don't have to lie. I'm not going to lie. This is about views. That's why we smashing the like button. That's why Ego Army stand up. That's why I say, hey, help me out. I'll help you out. Give y'all thoughts. But this is absolutely my full-time job. I ain't going back. Remember Will Smith and Bad Boys? Where he was like, when the dude came to date Martin's daughter and Will Smith came to the door, I just got out of jail and I ain't going back. I ain't going back. Like, I ain't going back to a regular job. So I absolutely rely on views and money. Not that I'm like some gold digger or money. Like, you don't see me like flossed out with hella chains and shit because that's not even my style. But it's a necessity. I can't get the fights. I can't put money back into the brand and get hats and shit like that if I'm not making no money. You know what I mean? I keep it real. So I understand the business. I understand, like I said, you got to question if people are like acting like, oh, I'm doing this off of passion. But if you do, it started off as passion for everybody. But ask Dante or anybody that's doing this full time. You got to make money in the sport to really sustain doing this. Like, I don't have any kids, but imagine if I had kids, I'm not making no money doing this. That's not really gonna work. Baby's gonna be starving like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it real. I keep it a buck. And I understand the business. I understand having your own business. I understand branding. I understand you want to fight to build up and marinate. Hold on, let's get back to the money, man. Shmoney Gang, the Cali Enigma, $5 super chat. The Prime 2 album released 3 tracks and it's fire. Rocket is that joint, Primo and Royce. First of all, shout out to you for the super chat, and I'm definitely on that. Royce is a real big boxing fan, and he follows my page on Instagram. The dude is nasty. I've always liked Royce though. You know what I'm saying? Even when he was dissing D12 way back in the day, he was like, he did Bizarre so greasy when he was beefing with D12. He said, I'll be outside with a cheeseburger trying to lure you outside. That man said, I'll be outside of your crib with a cheeseburger trying to lure you outside. Hi, Rihanna. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Royce has been nice. Yes. That song is Malcolm X. See, shout out to my real hip hop people. He's like, I'm Malcolm X since everybody in the city want to kill me. Yeah, even that Bad Meets Evil with Eminem and Royce, that shit was long overdue, but that shit was hard. Oh my god. See, hold on, y'all get me distracted with all this hip hop shit. Y'all know, cause I don't listen to these new cats. Hold on. Y'all got me pumped up, man. Damn, rest in peace to Stephen Hawkins. That sucks. Royce been nasty though. He said, push the chick out of the car while she moving like Walker's man. Hold on, what's that? I'm trying to think of. Fuck. Where's that? He said, I like the little strip tease you doing this evening. You and me go. Oh my God. That he was killing on that verse. Look. On this Bad Meets Evil, he said, I like little strip tease you doing this evening. You and me going. He said, have a menage like Nicki, you hot like a Dickie, outfit in Texas without shit under it. Hey, he was killing on this one. Switch sucking my dick. Eminem was killing on it. They was both killing this. He said, you can quit your job at the post office, you still a male lady. He killed Lady Gaga. Oh my gosh. That man said, Lady Gaga, you can quit your job at the post. These bells are my mating calls, and I'm here, bells waiting, and tell Lady Gaga she can quit a job at the post office. She's still a male lady. Hey, he was killing. Hey, Eminem was killing. Beyonce is 36. Where did that come from? Yeah, but I'm going to check that Prime. Anyway, what were we talking about, Keith Thurman? Boxing Ego. Rakim #1. Rakim is nasty, too. He was like one of the first, him and Big Daddy Kane, they were like, I remember that even on that Juice soundtrack, Rakim had a song he was killing. But rest in peace, Craig Mack. But back to boxing. Because I know some of you motherfuckers be like, I don't even listen to rap. Come on, can you speed it up? Get back to the boxing. I listen to country, man. She had the ruby red lip, blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm about to bid my hurt goodbye. I'm sorry for all y'all country western fans that fuck with the channel that we talking about this. Like, come on, stop this fucking monkey music. Let's get back to boxing. Sorry, I'm gonna talk about some country. She had the ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm about to bid my hurt goodbye. She think my tractor's sexy on the blacktop. Hey, I'm sorry. We can talk about country if that's what y'all want. Y'all want some rock? I fuck with rock. Well, old school, I don't know about. And I'm saying, and I don't know what I'm saying. Word. I want you to know that I'm happy for you. Is he perverted like me? Would he go down on you in a Hey, we'll switch. Y'all want me to switch it? I got my head turned. Doom doom. By a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing else. Woohoo! When I feel like I'm on, woohoo! Hey, we can do any type of music, man. It don't even matter. Just not none of this new shit. Bubble da bubble da bubble da bubble da bubble da bubble da rubber da fubble da bubble da flip it da rubber da. Like, how they even come up with all them dumb? They be coming up with more ad-libs than dope lyrics. You feel what I'm saying? I got my head checked by a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing. Woohoo! When I need clenbuterol, woohoo! That's that clenbuterol remix. Catch that on my next LP. Fuck with me. Y'all don't know about that Clint Buterol remix. But anyway, we turned, man. We too turned. I got shooters on deck. They ain't even have to shoot nobody. Hey, y'all, I told y'all my throat's fucked up. Y'all requested. So I said, do Sam Cooke. Oh my gosh, y'all funny as fuck. Ego Army is the livest audience in there. Hey, I like that Sam, I believe it was Sam Cooke, but at the beginning, the Muhammad Ali, the Will Smith movie, I think they played a Sam Cooke song. I like that song. When he was jogging at the beginning, that shit was raw. Do Keith Sweat, y'all are really doing. In the middle of the night when my body's fiending for you, baby. Gotta call you up and let you know when I'm 911-0024. I want your money. I want your money. But you don't feel like I do. Yeah. Tell me what I. But I gotta be strong, girl. You did me wrong. Hey, y'all do it too much. Nobody. Oh, y'all want Drew Hill? I got this feeling, and I just can't turn it loose. He didn't even say loose. He said leave. What good is a dot nobody can see? I hear it out you on. Hey, when Joe did that song with Mystical, go watch. Just if you don't listen to R&B, just listen to me. Go type into YouTube Joe featuring Mystical Stutter. Joe is like, talk to me where you were late last night, but you told me. Now you're ticking me off. Now you're ticking me, and it was cool. You know what I mean? It's like a cool little R&B, and Mystical. Like, okay, so the premise of the music video of Stutter was Joe. It's an R&B song. It's his song. Keep in mind, right? And it was featuring Mystical. Joe's girlfriend was cheating on him, right? And he was like, "You told me, but you're lying." You know what I mean? Cool little smooth R&B. And for some reason, he put Mystical from No Limit, doom, 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 here I go. Like, they put Mystical on the feature, and he changed the whole tone because it was R&B smooth. And then Mystical caught up to the bitch that was cheating on Joe on the freeway while she was driving. I mean, I guess she was cheating on Joe. And he was like, lie when you talking about Mystical. Lie when you talking about Joe. Like, he just started yelling at it. That shit is the funniest. Oh my gosh. Just watch it. That man was about to run her off the road for cheating on Joe. Like, he changed the whole energy of that song. Lie when you talking to Mystical. Lie when you. Lie when you talking to Mystical. Lie when you talking to Joe. Talk to me. Hey, just watch it. If you think I'm lying, Joe featuring Mystical Stutter. Hey, that man. Here I go. Uh-oh, don't stop, bitch, move. Went to stage up. True. Like, if you ever see me in the forest with a bear, better help the bear. Like, motherfucker changed the whole dynamic of what was going on. If you ever see me in the forest with a lion and a bear, better help the bear. Like, you got Tourette's. My guy. You got Tourette's. Lie when you talking to Mystical. Lie when you talking to Joe. Uh-oh. Did I do that? Boom, boom, boom. Y'all know about the old No Limit. Oh, man. I got to go take an intermission. Y'all funny. Cali Enigma, $5. Lie when you talking to Mystical. Lie when you talking to Joe. Mumble rap is trash. North Carolina has an underrated hip-hop scene, too. Too bad Little Brother broke up. Yeah, Fonte is ill. He got like slept on punchline. I didn't know they broke up. I mean, I know they ain't really dropped no music. But Ninth Wonder be giving them some saucy ass beats. Shout out to my shooter Juvente Guerrero, $2. It says he did donated $2. Stop you making me miss my baby moms. Y'all crazy. Lie when you talking to Mystical. Lie when you talking to Cho. Uh-oh. P.D. Pablo. What was his song? With the fucking towel. I remember he had towels and what the fuck was the P.D. Pablo song? Boxing Ego, Queens Bridge Rules. Nah, it's one of my favorites. Raise Up. Come on and raise up. So y'all know about good music, man. Fuck these new dudes. But anyway, we went from Keith Thurman to Alanis Morissette and Mystical. This shit is all over the place, but it's fun. I told you we got the livest audience surround this motherfucker. Hey, I gotta see y'all pissing me off there. I gotta go watch that Joe Stutter video. I'm about to get out of here. Lie when you talking to Mystical. Lie when you talking to Joe. Oh my God, they got, hold on. See, I can't play copyright. Hey. Oh my God. Just look at it. I can't really play this for copyright. This motherfucker caught up to the bitch that was cheating on Joe with the fucking Hemi engine, and he's yelling at her as she's driving. She doesn't even know him. That's the thing about this. She doesn't, watch. That motherfucker, look. Lie when you talking to Mystical. He yelling at her. Look at her face though. She's like, what the fuck? And he's yelling at her. Look. Hey, I'm not trying to clown, but he had that rape case. They might want to play this in court. I don't know, cause hey, he did it. Hey, he might have did it, cause there's no reason to catch up to the bitch on the freeway and smash up and just be screaming at her because she cheated on your dude. He about to run. Look, she's like, what the fuck? Lie when you talking to Mystical. Lie when you talking to Joe. If you ever see me enforced with a line and a bell, better help the bell. He looked like an angry dyke. Like, fuck you mean? Like, you ever seen like an angry lesbian that you work with and shit? Why are you that mad that she cheated on your partner though? Like, help the bear! Oh my gosh. Man, he lost his mind. I would never, like, I love my homies, but I'm not finna gun down the freeway and chase the bitch. You know what I mean? What if she wrecked? And I'm just the one that did it, you know? DMX, stay out the dark, cause if I catch you when the sun is running, clown, come above that, I'm gonna gun it down. You knew it was wrong once you asked for it, baby. Use a fake ski mask for it, baby. Yeah, I know, cause I'm doing my man's and that is doing. Because, hey, DMX is one of my all-time favorites, but he be saying some suspect shit. And one of my friends like pointed it out to me. I didn't even realize, but he always be like, tell that nigga gay can suck my dick. Like, he always be like talking about somebody fellatio, and DMX always be doing that. Like, I wasn't even paying it because he's raw, but he always be talking about someone like, he even said it, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. He even said something weird in that. He said, y'all niggas characters, not even good actors. You act, you twisted, your girls are woo, you broke, the kid ain't, everybody, your old man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mama, I never let her go. What'd he say? I slap you with my dick in the mic. Like, you could just slap me with the mic. Like, you didn't have to put that first part, right? What is you talking about? He said, y'all niggas, not even good actors. Man, he said, I got the kryptonite. I got the kryptonite. I smack you with my dick in the mic. Like, you could have just said you smack me with your hand, the mic. That shit's cool, because we can thump. But you ain't slapping me with no dick. Like, why'd you even add dick to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you puffing on that got you thinking Superman, I got the kryptonite. I'll smack you with my dick in the mic. No, you won't. You win. I'm leaving. What if a dude really told? That's that Mike Tyson shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm gonna fuck you in your ass in front of everybody. Like, what? That someone said jail talk. Oh, hey, count me out. I ain't going to jail. And that's how they talk. That's what's. Go get me a napkin or I'll smack you with my dick in the mic. Like, no. Put me in solitary. I don't need to be around other inmates at this particular juncture. Like, that's sus. That's super sus. Like, pack it. It's worse than that. He said, whatever you puffing on that got you thinking that you Superman, I got the kryptonite. I smack you with my dick in the mic. Okay, the kryptonite was cool. That, like, first of all, see, I overthink shit. I don't even smoke, but I be overthinking shit. So Superman, we all know kryptonite makes him weak. So you could have just left it at whatever you puffing on that got you think you Superman, I got the kryptonite. And that would have killed it. Boom, Superman's dead, can't do nothing, kryptonite weakened him. Case closed. But you said, I got the kryptonite, I smack you with my dick in the mic. The kryptonite and the mic would have just worked. You didn't really need to add that your dick is part of this elaborate scheme to foil your foe. Like, I just don't get it. But DMX had a couple like that. I will say this about DMX. Who dick you suck? You lying to me. What, I got to holler his name too? Who the fuck is? Bitch, you fucking him. But y'all got me in my bag right now. Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Get that motherfucker. Get him, boy. Listen, I will say this about DMX. He's a legend. And also, DMX is probably the only rapper I can think of out of all rappers. Tupac's my favorite rapper, but out of all-time rappers, I could say DMX is the only rapper that I can honestly think of where his radio edits, so them censoring his lyrics damn near be harder than the original uncut fucking uncensored version. His radio, cause he be doing all them sound effects. See, DMX started mumble rap cause he was the original nigga doing these sound effects. But his I've been through mad different woo. Yeah, I know, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm slipping, I'm falling, I got to, you know what I'm saying? They'll throw in them sound effects be so hard for DMX. His radio edits be damn near better. Like, when I hear certain radio edits of DMX, I don't even know the uncensored version. I've been through mad different stages, like phases. Wait, I'm trying to, hold on, let me see. They'd be like, that ain't the half. Arr! Gets bored. That's, look on this snippet. Instead of saying shit gets worse, see, I wouldn't do that. I would be like, that ain't the half. Arr! Gets worse as I get older. Like, actions become bolder. Heart got, like, I don't even say shit. I just say, that ain't the half. Arr! Gets worse as I get older. See, look, any of these cuss words, one deep with a pit starting, woo! They just gonna add the ad-libs. See, I be knowing about my shit. Like, they probably wouldn't let you say I did some coke. Now I'm ready to take something. Couple of now it make me hate something. Didn't keep a haircut or give a woo how I dress. I'm possessed by the Yeah, I know what I'm doing, my man. What I'm doing. Hey, Slippin' is an all-time classic. That's one of my songs. Hey, DMX is real. That motherfucker said, didn't keep a haircut or give a fuck how I dress. Like, damn, you wasn't even, I love getting my haircut. You didn't even get no haircut. That shit gutter. But DMX's radio versions be damn near better than his regular. But he be saying some such shit. Tell that nigga K can suck my dick. Like, I'm not telling K that. Why you want me to tell him that? Like, you can text him and tell him, and yo, for real, that nigga K can suck my dick. Or he said, tell the nigga K. I'm not telling him that. You tell him. Who's Edwin? He hating. Ed was a square, man. I hate it. Everybody's laughing, joking, shooters. They ain't had to shoot nobody. And Edwin Valero, and you not a legend like Edwin Valero. He said, I thought we were talking about boxing. Get your ass out of here. You don't have, this is what I'm saying. You guys don't have to be here. If you don't want to talk about DMX or whatever we talk about, bye. Like, it's not, I'm not even trying to be rude. It's just, you don't have to be there. They act like like you chained down in a chair. So, remember how they did Marcellus Wallace and Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction? That's not you. You're not like bound and gagged with an apple in your mouth and shit. Like, you have to be here. If you don't want to talk about what we talking about, my bad. I mean, it's not my bad. I'm just saying it's a stream. We vibing. Nobody else is complaining. We were talking about boxing, which led to other things. See, I'm not one of them. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not one of the people in the media where, like, I'm a real person. Like, I have, like, real likes. Like, I love boxing. That's the sport I chose to cover. But I'm not going to be like, oh, okay, and in today's boxing news, and that's it. I have nothing else. Like, I'm a real person. Like, some people, if that works for them, they only can talk about boxing. We got a whole community. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole community. We don't have to, we talk about boxing, we get the shit out. But Ego Army is like familiar. We talk about other stuff too. Like, nobody complain. I just said Stephen Hawkins, rest in peace. Okay, let's get back to boxing. He's dead. Like, what the fuck? That, I just got the alert. Something that concerned me. Wanted to share. Y'all tripping with these. Someone said, do the whole stream as Denzel. Now, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you don't like the stream, that's what you telling me, huh? I should do that and put you in a high speed. See, that's Denzel. My nigga. Yeah, you don't think you're gonna get fried in this hot seat, huh? Yeah, I didn't know you like to get burned, though. Burned, torched, flamed, roasted. How am I wilding? I'm just having fun with this. See, y'all in the Bay we say the word square. Y'all like squares or some shit. Like, oh, in today's boxing news, let me tell you. Like, I don't have a stick up my ass. I'm a regular person. If I want to talk about DMX and lie when you talking to Mystical, lie when you talking to Cho. Talk to me where you were late last. Then that's what we're gonna talk. If I want to do Key Sweat, I want your money, I want your money, but you don't be like weebity. They're gonna be like, this ego feller has Tourette's. He's just doing all these fucking, yeah, okay, I got Tourette's. I don't care. I don't care what people think about me, to be honest. I run boxing. You just live here. But listen, before I get out of here, Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker. See, I gotta be honest. I think it's a good fight. Yeah, listen, I'm putting a gun down. Now, the only weapon I got is useless unless you're a pretty girl. No, listen. I think Anthony Joshua, we need a vampire stream. I don't know about that, but maybe. King Corleone's just laughing this whole time. That is Rick. Hey, you guys are good. See, this is my type of crowd. That's that Ricochet. He's like, now I'm putting the gun down, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Now, the only weapon I got is useless unless you're a pretty girl. And then motherfucker pulled the gun from the, hey, Denzel's raw. I think you get the point now, Blake. But anyway, see, I could quote some movies. Denzel shit is hilarious. That's what I'm putting cases on all you casuals. Huh? I think Broner got that from Denzel, because I noticed Broner be doing these interviews and they be like, they be asking, they be asking Broner like serious fucking questions, and he just keeps saying, huh? They be like, hey, did you rape? Hey, Broner, did you rape the girl? Huh? They be like, hey, AB, did you touch her ass? Huh? He just keeps saying, hey, AB, you a wild boy. Oh my gosh. No, I swear, bro, to be doing this. Like I was really, it was on the new. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny right now. I was watching the news. I was watching the elder. I was, I put this on anything. I was watching like whatever news in Cincinnati, Channel 5 News or whatever, and this was after he allegedly groped, which I don't think he did. But the reporter was asking Broner questions about the alleged rape or groping or whatever the fuck she's saying, right? He was like, "Did you grab her buttocks?" And he was like, "Huh?" And he just kept saying, "Oh man, you know, hey." He was just like, "Huh?" And the funny thing is, I don't know if it's a nervous habit or what, but the questions be clear as fuck. Listen, the questions be clear as fuck. I know that he understands the question. And he just keeps saying, "Huh." Cause he did that to me. Like I was asking him regular, like, oh, just whatever. You ready for Mikey Garcia? Huh? But he just keeps saying, huh. But Denzel be doing the huh shit too. Yeah. But Denzel, he's an alpha male. So the reason Denzel's doing it is a little bit different than AB. Denzel's like a super alpha male, so he just wants to make sure you have an understanding. Yeah, cause I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down, huh? You think you could do this to me, huh? Like, he just wants to make sure you're in the clear. But Broner just be like, hey, Broner, what's 2 + 2, huh? Hey, Broner, when's your birthday, huh? Hey, Broner, you fight, it'd be like regular question. You fight Jesse Ferguson, huh? Hey, Broner, what time is it, huh? Just watch these, bro. Watch this. I don't know when he started doing it. Like I heard him say, at the end of the day, like that. He's been doing that. Just like Floyd be like I said before. But Broner in his recent interviews, he be, huh? That shit is so funny. Like I don't know if he's just trolling whoever's asking him questions, but he be like, no matter what you ask him, hey, Broner, you know Ellie Segment, huh? Broner, how's your daughter doing, huh? Hey, Broner, do you want to fight Keith Thurman? I seen your rant on, huh? Like, just don't take my word for it. That motherfucker be, huh? Oh my God, this shit is so funny. Oh my God. My cheeks hurt from laughing, pause. That's, huh? I'm gonna start doing that. How many baby mamas you have, Broner, huh? Shout out to AB, man. That motherfucker's a fool. Ooh, my face hurts from laughing. What were we talking about before Denzel, before the hot seat, before like what were we talking about? You should be a stand-up comedian as the side job, bro. Man. Oh, Joshua Water. Shout out to my shooter. See, we always bring it back to boxing. Shout out to my shooter, King Corleone, out of Texas. Huh? No, I'm just like, I'm just fucking with y'all. See, I like to have fun with this. Okay, back to boxing. Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker is a good fight. Huh? No, I can't stop now that I start doing it. But it's a good fight. Y'all tripping. See, I'm trying to get back focused and y'all do McGregor. Do an Irish accent. The magically delicious one. I'm like, me man MacArthur Bark and not like y'all trying to get me to do hella. I don't know. Hey man, fuck them Mayweather. I don't know what you're thinking. Like y'all trying to get me to do hella impersonation shit. Huh? I'm gonna stop. Who the fuck in that? I don't know what you're thinking. I would like to see the ref. Give me another go. All right. Someone said stop that shit. I'm trying. I wasn't even doing. Yo, do McGregor. Like y'all in the spot just yelling shit. Do the Denzel. Do McGregor. I don't know what you're thinking. You'll do none. All right. Let me get this out, please. Briggs, please stop. Stop, yo. This show. I'm trying to get off, and this will never end. Let's go, Chet. Yeah. Oh my gosh, when he touched David Hayes' hair was the funniest thing. Look at his hair. Like, he told the crowd to look at his hair and touched his. He got curls. That shit was hella funny. All right, let me calm down. Cannon Briggs he be hyping himself up. Yeah, I said yeah. He just be repeating this shit. Yeah, yeah, I said yeah. Yeah, when he touched David. See, David Hayes should have fought him just off the strength of he touched your curls. Cause I got curly hair and I don't let men touch my curls. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Y'all making me forget with all this. Do Briggs. Fucking do Briggs. Do the Jerry Seinfeld. The Black Channels. What is the deal? Oh my God. You're a funny man. No, no, no. Ruben Guerrero. I'm not finna do all these impersonations. You guys like this guy? Nah. He beat up his wife. Woman beat her, baby. All right, listen. Let me see, because, hold on, I'm doing 1 million impersonations. We need 200 likes ASAP. ASAP, ASAP. Y'all want me to do that? T.I. ASAP. Hey, what's happening, Jeff? Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, what it is, pimp? Hey. Man, hit the like button. What's happening? Hey, T.I. was funny when he had that grill. You know how dudes talk with a grill, and the grill be like lightweight too big? Or like it makes people, so some people talk funny with the grill in. I don't know if it's a new grill or what. And he was on the beef with a toothpick, and he was talking about the Lil Flip beef. Remember that on the QD3 beef series or whatever? And he was like, Lil Flip, I felt it was mighty hoish of him to come at me, at your majesty. You know, T.I., I like him because he be saying them big words for, I just feel it was redundant that he had the wherewithal. He had the UFC mouthpiece grill. Stop. He said it was hoish. I felt Lil Flip, it was mighty hoish of him. Hey, and Don King is a coon. What's happening, Jim? Hey. I'm a bankhead nigga, you can bank that nigga. Looking for a sucker, well I ain't that. I'm looking for the money where the bank at, nigga. I'm triple OG, I rank that. I'm cold. Grilled till I'm 70. Stunting like the president. Heavy. Okay. Y'all doing too much. Do exhibit, pimp my ride. All right, let me talk about Anthony Joshua. Let's get it back to boxing because I know some. Stop with this fucking monkey music, man. Stop talking about hip hop. Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker is a good fight. I have no problem with the fights. Never had a problem with the fight. It's a unification. So despite whatever you think about Joseph Parker, it's a unification. The king, homie. But I will say this. Now, I don't know who believe the same thing that I believe. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. But in the case of AJ versus Joseph Parker, hey. I feel the buildup has been a little repetitive. Now, I just feel like the buildup has been dry. Dry. Who the fuck is E30? Like E40 that lost weight and shit. Who's E30? I don't even know who that is. But anyway, do y'all know who E30 is? Wait. Oh, E40. He said E30 phones are. Ooh. Woke up in the AM. Tossed about it. Gotta took a dump in the Mediterranean. Y'all gotta stop trying to get me to do hella impersonation. Ooh. E40's from. We both from the same area, general area. 707. Say it backwards. Shout out to Vallejo. Ooh. That man said E30. Shout out to JJ's Fish in Vallejo, man. But Fighter IQ $2. Hey yo, that Easter Mikey fight gonna happen cause Loma? I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, man. I don't know if they gonna fight. In Too Deep, that's a classic. Every day right down. Earl Bratton to nail them boys from Vallejo. But listen, in my opinion, AJ versus Joseph Parker, the buildup has been dry. Very dry. I personally think it's been dry. See, this is why I can't leave rap. This can't leave boxing alone. The game needs me. This is why Wilder and Joshua needs to happen. See, listen. You can't like. It's so funny. Everyone's like boxing is a business, right? Now, Joseph Parker and AJ. It's not. What's the buildup? Like, you know what I'm saying? They did the gloves are off. I still got to watch that. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I haven't watched. But I watched the press conference, and Joseph Parker's team talked a little bit more shit before the press conference when the fight wasn't even made. They made that little montage of Joshua getting chinned or chat shit get bang and all that, right? But when the press conference came, it was like real mild. And I haven't really heard, you know what I mean? I haven't really heard nothing that's just like stand out or quotable. See, even I'm not hating, I'm just being real. Even Canelo Triple G won. Now, the reason people are talking about Canelo Triple G right now is unfortunate. It's that clenbuterol shit. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like with Eddie Hearn and different promoters stuff. Everyone wants to talk about how boxing is a business. What about the business of, especially the heavyweight division, of selling the fight? Deontay Wilder will give you that. Like Deontay Wilder is charismatic. That's why I don't understand what's all the hate from Deontay Wilder. You feel what I'm saying? He will give you that. Even if you think Joshua knocks him out in 1 round or 3 rounds like Eddie Hearn, he will give you that. There will be a buildup because he's been the one pressing. And maybe he can get under Joshua's skin in the buildup to make Joshua, because Joshua ain't no punk. So, you know what I'm saying? He might get under his skin to make him respond. And just like WWE has the platform, like where a guy will be a good guy and then all of a sudden Jake the Snake is a bad guy and they change the storyline, or Stone Cold shaves his head and then doom. And that's the bottom line, because the Stone Cold says so. You know what I mean? Everybody likes that. But in my honest opinion, Joseph Parker versus Joshua, the buildup has not been like, there's not much. I think it'll be a good fight. I'm glad it's on Showtime and Sky Sports. But as far as the buildup, like I said, people, boxing is a business. But where's the promotion behind it? Like, the fight is this month. People forget that. Another thing, Terrence Crawford versus Jeff Horn, to my knowledge, the fight's like about a month away, and I don't even think it's been officially formally announced by Top Rank. Like, I haven't seen anything on Top Rank's verified Instagram, Twitters, and where Dave said, "Hey, this is April 14th." I mean, we've all know that they're fighting and shit, but where's the official like? So promoters and stuff will tell. That's what I'm talking about. Promoters will tell you about, oh, let the fight marinate and stuff, but then there's aspects of the game. You know what the promoters need to do? If y'all want to know, that that's it. If y'all want to know what the promoters need to do, smash the like button. If we get to like 220 likes, smash the like button and put a hell yeah in the comment section. And I'm gonna tell you what, in my opinion, I think boxing promoters can do. Hell yeah, and let's get the likes up. Smash the like button. I was supposed to be out of here a while ago. We might do a vampire stream, we might not. I don't know. Smash the like button, and can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Wait. Now I'm gonna show you what the promoters need to do. In my opinion, someone said yes, vampire stream. We'll see. But if we can't even get to 220 likes right now, then I don't know about no vampire stream. I might just take some days off with this streaming shit because my voice is like real fucked up. And then now it's probably worse doing mystical earlier. Lie when you talking to mystical. Lie when you talking to Cho. Say yeah. What is it? Don't start, bitch. Move. Came with the beat on. Danger. Listen, cause I be at the fights and stuff, and what they need to get. A lot of times they got people, Ivy League people, who have business management degrees and shit like that. They need to hire and solicit people who are infused in the boxing game, or shoot some of the like YouTubers. I'm not just saying me, like any poppin' YouTuber, shoot them some money or like some exclusive shit, like footage or something, and be like, yo, promote the hell out of this. You can do whatever you want with it, or here's all access to Anthony Joshua, and go talk to him. You know what I mean? Like make it super available. Like that's what I think they need to do. They just need to get like-minded people, because what I noticed a lot of times these teams, it's not they like. I'm not gonna call no one out like name specific, but if it's PBC, if it's Top Rank, if it's Golden Boy, they know their fighters. You know what I'm saying? And like general, they'll be general. Like if it's a Golden Boy PR person or people who work for Golden Boy, they're gonna know the people that, because from photo shoots and shit, they're gonna know their fighters. And like Floyd Mayweather's, and of course, and big names like that. But they probably don't know Kiko Martinez or somebody. You know what I'm saying? They're not like boxing, like, oh, Kermit Cintron. They're not gonna know shit like that. And that's what I think they need to do, because the boxing fans know what's popping. And not even just promoters, HBO and Showtime, they need to do those things too. Especially HBO. Showtime, they're doing good just by putting on fights and putting on some good fights. HBO really needs to do it. Like I said, I would have made Dimitri Bivol. If I ran HBO, if I was running HBO, I would have made Sullivan Barrera and Dimitri Bivol the main event. I understand Kovalev's a bigger name, but that's the better fight. That would have got top billing, because Kovalev's not that big of a name where he can fight Igor Mikhelkin and it's just gonna like do crazy. But you know how like it is with promoters. They probably think it'll be a disrespect if, or Kovalev might take it like that if his name is not being top billed. So maybe it's an ego thing, like they don't want to offend Kovalev. But to me, your co-main event was better than your main event. Little stuff like that. I would have purchased the World Boxing Super Series. The World Boxing Super Series, from what I've seen, they offered a deal to HBO to air the fight, and instead they just streamed it for free on YouTube. Somebody could have made some money off of televising that, and that was better than a couple of HBO cards, or at least Lucas Matisse versus Karam, the fights I've seen on the World Boxing Super Series. And it's a tournament, so at least even the fight's weak or something, it's still the best versus the best. So HBO needs a facelift. They just got to get people in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine Ego's army if some people from us, like the real fans or my shooters, worked for HBO and they can, hey, this is what you should do for Joshua Joseph Parker. This is how you can, because we are fans. You know what I'm saying? Hey, King Corleone is tripping. He said, don't talk to me about no gosh darn Luke and Mati. You talk to me about Danny. Talk about the champ of the world, Danny Swift. Oh, you American when you get that welfare check, huh? Hey, they need to cast. I heard they're doing a Scarface remix or remake or whatever the fuck, reboot. They need to put Angel in that. I think he'd be like, huh? Okay. Talk to me about Danny. Don't talk to me about no gosh darn yayo. Don't talk to me about Sosa. You don't talk about no gosh darn. Oh, you Cuban when you get that welfare check, huh? Hey, Angel would be the real scar. Don't talk to me about no Sosa. You talk about Danny. Like, why are we talking about your son right now? Like, Scarface, you tripping. Tony Montana. Take off that motherfucking Janet Jackson hat, Zab. You on one today? I'm just having fun. I'm enjoying life. Things are great. A lot of things looking up. That man said, you American when you get that welfare check. Like, what did that have to do with anything? Like, Angel a fool with it. He's like, Keith Thurman, I'll slap his ponytail. Like, Angel be on. I'll grab you by the fucking ponytail. But yeah, they just need to get new blood like that really fuck with boxing. Letterman gone. What does that mean? Oh, that's what you want. I thought you meant like he quit or something. Okay, Jim. Hey, you tripping. He said Creed 2 is better than HBO. That's kind of funny. Y'all funny, Eagles Army. You don't talk to me about no Creed 2. Talk about Danny. That's how y'all be treating me every time. I'm like, hey, what was that Nas lyric? Can we get back to boxing? Don't talk to me about no goddamn Nasir. You don't tell me about Nas. Talk about Danny. Talk about boxing. Like, fuck. Can I say anything on my channel? That's funny. Everybody got a critique. You do this, motherfucker. You get people and do live streams and daily videos. You do this. Don't talk about YouTube channel. Talk about Danny. Like, you do this, motherfucker. Y'all, see, that's what I'm saying. The haters always got something to say. Criticism. You should do this to your channel. Well, you should get some subscribers. If you got so much, oh, your opinion sucks. Okay, my opinion sucks, but I looked at your page and you ain't got shit going. You got, I didn't even know YouTube had negative likes. Them motherfuckers be having negative 60 likes telling me what I need to do. Okay. Don't talk to me about YouTube. Talk about Danny. Don't talk about Danny, champ of the world. I speak the truth. Fuck you mean. Telling me what to do. And you ain't never did shit. Never got nothing popping. Your YouTube ain't popping. You ain't the heavyweight champion of the world. When Ego says Danny. Oh, see, we're funny. Ego's always funny. So it says, when Ego says Daddy, my lifespan shortens. I'm pretty sure that's a little dramatic, but that's funny. Don't talk to me about no goddamn Matisse. You talk about Danny, champ of the world, Danny. Okay, Danny, like, okay, motherfucker, we gonna talk about Danny. Shit, fuck, goddamn. Fuck you mean. We gonna talk about Danny. And you know it's funny, Danny just be laughing. Garcia just be laughing. His pops be wilding on people and yelling. And Danny just be like, like just laughing at the shit. I don't know what I'll do. My pops just start snapping on some of y'all asking questions. Yeah, man, new media. Some of y'all be asking some dumbass questions like, you really, the boxers are here for it. They got PR people and teams and want to kick with their friends. They got a certain amount of time in these roundtables. and y'all be like asking him stupid, hey, Danny Jacobs, what type of pizza you like in Brooklyn? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, really? What type of pizza he like? Like, what does that have to do with nothing? Like, you're not gonna talk about Selecki or his run-in with Charlo. You're gonna talk about his pizza choice. Like, talk about Danny, man. Danny. But anyway, Joshua, Joseph Parker, good fight. I think that build-up could be better. Y'all tripping with that daddy shit in the comment section. Oh my gosh. I think some reporters be getting starstruck too. Like they don't know what to ask. But yeah, Joseph Parker. Joshua. If he gets past Parker, he needs to fight Wilder because, like I said, honestly, I know Carl. It's hard. It's not all the way fair because Carlos Takam was a late replacement. But I really strongly believe, like Oscar would say, I do believe that even if Carlos Takam was the original opponent instead of Kubrat Pulev, or fuck it, use Kubrat Pulev. Joshua, his demeanor, right? He's all business and all that. But what is Carlos Pulev doing? I mean, Kubrat Pulev. I said Carlos. What is Carlos Takam or Kubrat Pulev? What do they do to make the fight interesting before the hand? You know what I'm saying? Everyone's, boxing is a business. Let it marinate. You know what I'm saying? But these American champs, Cannon Briggs, Gerald Big Baby Miller, Deontay Wilder, at least they're going to give you that. At least they're going to give you that. They're going to be entertaining in the build-up. Even Luis Ortiz, he was interesting. The only thing is there's a language barrier, so if you don't speak Spanish, then you'd have to get it translated. But he was at least saying interesting things and saying some cool stuff back to Wilder. But like I haven't really seen that with Joseph Parker or Joshua. I feel like, again, Parker talked more about Joshua before the fight was ever made when they were still in the negotiating process. You know what I mean? So everyone, boxing is a business. Well, a fight like Joshua Wilder on top of the fight itself, but I think even the buildup would get people involved. I mean, look at Mayweather McGregor. The fight, real boxing fans knew probably what it was gonna be. People want to satisfy their curiosity, but the way Conor was talking, you had to watch. You know what I mean? You didn't really want to miss that. No, I'm just gonna watch Cotto versus Kamagai instead. Like you're gonna watch just to see, because the way Conor was sounding, he sounded confident. Because even me, I knew he was gonna lose, but I'm like, damn, maybe Conor is really confident. Maybe he's gonna try to do better or whatever than people think. You know what I mean? So that with a person like the way, I don't have a problem. Like I don't think it's just good in situations when you're trying to sell for a major fight. Like Andre Ward, he's not like super vocal about like memes and shit like that, but Kovalev was, so it kind of had that balance. Kovalev was saying the nasty stuff, right? And that's what it would be with Wilder Joshua. Joshua will be the clean-cut dude, not really saying stuff, more of a response and reaction to what Wilder's saying, but Wilder is going to be the one doing what Wilder does. I'm so frustrated right now. Anthony Joshua, I bless you. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be doing the one that's doing all that. Because right now, you got Joseph Parker and Joshua not doing, like neither one of them are doing, like there's no build-up. You know what I'm saying? There's not really much of a build-up. That's just my opinion. That's the thing with the build-up. It's like, if you have two trash talkers, that could work, like Mayweather McGregor. I think Charlo and Danny Jacobs would probably both engage in some trash talk if they were about to fight. But with a heavyweight fight like Joseph Parker and Joshua, you got like so much of the same thing. So like in terms of like neither one of them's like this revered trash talker. So that's why another reason I want to see Deontay Wilder get a shot, because I know that's gonna spice up the beginning. That's gonna spice up the build up, the months leading to the fight, which in turn I think will help the numbers. You know what I mean? Because I'm really, me personally as a boxing fan, I'm really looking forward to Joshua Parker. But like there hasn't been much build up at all. I haven't seen much of the build up. The gloves are off is the only thing I have to watch, and I'm not really hearing no one talk about it. I feel like if it was really jumping and really popping, I feel like people would have been like, "Oh, did you hear? Did you watch the gloves are off with Joshua Parker?" People like on the real good face-offs, people be sending me the links and shit like that. See, that's what I'm saying. Promoters, networks, tap in. People like me, other fans, like find a way to tap into the market, because they're gonna let you know. They're gonna let you know what the fans are looking for. Like I have a successful Instagram page, Facebook, Instagram. Like this is what I do. Live streams. Like a lot of people can't do this. Like imagine if Dan Rayfield had an ESPN out of ESPN did a live stream for 2 hours, no special guests, no like interview, just him talking boxing like me. Talk about Danny, like right. I mean, how many is he gonna have shooters like me? Is he gonna, you know what I'm saying? Is he gonna have like good numbers and stuff and people tuning in? So it's a difference. It's a difference. Different people do different things. I'm not knocking what other people do, but they got to tap into the market. and me, I feel that more over than let a fight marinate. You get what I'm saying? It's not about the fight needs to marinate. It's just you have to build it in the right way and then kind of give the fans what they want to see. Mayweather and McGregor did it, and they did good numbers, and you ain't seen McGregor enter a cage or a ring since. He's cool. He's talking about he beat Cristiano Ronaldo, the most popular or highest paid, most searched, and all this shit. Anyway, I'm out. Smash the like button. Let's see if we can get to 250. I don't know about a vampire stream, but it's been real. I didn't even I literally wasn't even planning on going this long, but y'all are funny, and I just got caught up. Oh, one last thing. I guess Eddie Hearn recently said, I seen like the clip, DC King $2 super chat about AJ saying Wilder didn't step up. I mean, I don't really have a comment on that. Bottom line, B-side doesn't, you can't gallivant around saying you're the A-side, which is true. AJ is the A-side, but his team lets it be known, right, that they're the A-side. When do you ever see a B-side send a contract to the A-side? It just really doesn't happen. So I don't understand how Wilder didn't step up. He called you out. He said he wanted to fight. See, and see, this is the thing. I've seen interviews with like either Joshua or Eddie Hearn talking about, oh, we never heard from Shelly Finkel, or we never got nothing. You can go get it. You can, like, if you listen, why would it, okay, as the A side, if you want that fight, why wouldn't you go after? You know what I'm saying? Like, as an A side, if you haven't heard from him, you send him a contract. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like when couples get in an argument, oh, I'm not texting her because she didn't text me. Like, you're the A side, right? You can send him a contract. If you want that next and that's the event you want to plan, then why wouldn't you go after it? Even if you didn't hear from him. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear from Shelly Finkel. They said they wanted it. You need an opponent. He doesn't have an opponent at this time. You know what I'm saying? It works two ways. But especially for the A side, when do we ever see Maidana send Floyd anything? The only thing Maidana sends Floyd is a thank you card because he got all that money from him, and a fax copy of the contract that he sent with his signature that says Marcos Maidana on it. You don't tell Floyd what to do. Tim Bradley didn't tell Pacquiao, oh, hey, I want this, and you come. I'm the man at 140, Pacquiao. You come down to my weight. I know you at 147, but you come down to 140. You don't tell Pacquiao what to do at that time. So that's just my thoughts on that. But Eddie Hearn knows, and that's why he won't let Joshua in with Wilder. Hey, Mr. Ego, what up? I'm about to get off of here. But oh, this is the other thing. Eddie Hearn did an interview recently, and he said that he said, listen, I see through the things that are being said. He did an interview, and he says that he's afraid that Deontay Wilder is going to lose before he matches him and makes the Wilder fight with Joshua. But why would you be afraid? The only time you should be afraid is if you don't plan on fighting him next. Because if anything, he already got past his man. You know what I'm saying? He got past his tough test, which is Luis Ortiz. That's done. That's already on Box Rec. Wilder probably at home watching movies and Netflix and chilling with his girl. So that's already done. So why would you be? It'd be one thing if you said this interview before he fought Luis Ortiz, and you're like, man, I'm afraid he's gonna lose to Luis Ortiz before I make the fight. That would make sense. But he just got past his test. Joshua's up next. So if you're confident that Joshua gets past Joseph Parker, then how would you, or why would Eddie Hearn say, I'm afraid that Wilder's gonna lose? Because the only thing I can think of is you're trying to stall out the fight for longer and not necessarily make it next, which means Wilder's gonna have to fight somebody else, Dominique Brazil, Povetkin, Cannon Briggs, or whoever the fuck, right? In the meantime, and then you're like, oh, Wilder might lose before then. But that somebody make that make sense. We could do a hot seat right now. That don't make sense to me. If Joshua gets past Park, if anything, you have to be concerned with Joshua getting past his next opponent because Wilder's already done he's already in the recovery process, chilling. You know what I mean? So if anything, you have to worry about Joshua getting past Joseph Parker, and if he does get past him, then if you make the fight next, then there's nothing to worry about. How's Wilder gonna lose before that? Unless he has like some off the books Charlie Zelenoff rematch or something. You know what I mean? Somebody make that make sense. We got a hot seat waiting. Who the fuck is PJ? All right, we got a hot seat. I didn't want to leave y'all. His name is PJ and some other shit. Wilder was getting housed by Ortiz. Who cares? What does that have to do with anything? Explain. What does that mean to do with anything? Like, Luis Ortiz, does he fight like Anthony Joshua to you? I mean, what does that have to do with anything? I'm gonna show y'all. Let me show you how I do this. See, I can do the impersonations, jokes, and all that, but I'm never out of order to do a hot seat. PJ, explain what does that have to do with anything? What is him getting housed, whatever that means? I don't know if that's a UK term or I don't know where you're from, but what does that have to do with anything? Where's PJ at? I'm about to put you in your PJs, in your jammies, your pajama jams. It's Betty by. Hot seat. Let's get it. Stop ducking. Where you at, PJ? What does him getting housed have to do with anything, or hosed, or whatever you're trying to put? Ego across the belly. PJ is a moron. PJ, why are you ducking this? This is always what happens. People leaving paragraphs and non-stop comments, and they get put in the hot seat, and then it's like, it has a lot to do with it. Strike one. Tell the people what it has to do with it. You have strike one because your response has to actually answer the question. You said it has a lot to do with it, and what answer? What does it have to do with it? You don't know shit about boxing. Strike two. I'm trying to give you chances. Okay, I don't know shit about boxing. It has a lot to do with it. Explain. Enlighten me. That's all you have to do, PJ. Don't insult me and stuff. All you have to do is get straight to your point. I don't know shit about boxing. I agree with you. Right? I just got 110,000 people to follow me and like 80,000 on Instagram from not knowing shit. But yeah, I don't know shit about boxing. That's cool. So all you have to do is explain. Like, no need to switch this on me. I get it. I don't know shit about boxing. Now explain, what does that have a lot to do with? You said Wilder was getting housed by Luis Ortiz. Okay. I had Luis Ortiz up on my scorecard too. But what does that have to do with Luis Ortiz getting knocked down 3 times and losing the fight, and now saying he got hurt by rabbit punches or that's why he lost? What does that have to do with anything? PJ Chatty Patty and got caught. They always get caught. And then notice he's oh shit. Now he don't know what to say. He flabbergasted. It takes so long for these dudes to respond. Knocked down 3 times and never got knocked out in the amateurs. They still won't give Wilder credit, bruh. That's why I gotta torch him. I gotta bake another one. They flabbergasted, man. He's like, hey, put a beat on it. We gonna put a beat on you. Because I can assess that fight and tell Wilder will lose. Yo, you're really 3 strikes. You really got 3 strikes. You said Luis Ortiz was beating Wilder, basically. He was getting housed. And you said it has a lot to do with it. I've given you 3 chances to respond. And you have not explained anything. You have not enlightened me, the guy that doesn't know shit about boxing, per you. So I'm going to give you one last opportunity. Don't tell me about anything else, but explain what that has to do with the outcome and how things. We're not even talking about Wilder versus. Your comment wasn't, oh, Wilder will lose to AJ. Your comment was, oh, Wilder was getting destroyed by or housed by. I told you that the only way Wilder can win is his right. Okay, but you're missing. Nah, it's not registering. I'm gonna give you, I blessed you again, like Wilder. I blessed you. I'm so frustrated. I keep blessing you with opportunities. What does Luis Ortiz beating Wilder, but in the end being knocked out and knocked down 3 times, whilst Wilder was never knocked down, what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with a future fight? What does that have to do? Who cares? What does that have to do with anything? Pacquiao was beating Marquez, but he got knocked out. Amir Khan was beating Danny Garcia, but then he got knocked out. Like, what does that have to do with anything? And on top of that, you say, I don't know shit about boxing, but you're using that as a catalyst for why, or one of the reasons why Joshua beats Wilder, as if Wilder lost. Because it's a study B tape. This is who y'all send for me. How is it a steady tape? He lost. Luis Ortiz lost. So what does your comment have to do? It has no bearing. He got knocked. How many times? Here, you want to make this a slow, laborious process. How many times did Wilder get knocked down? Go. Just give me a number. How many times was Wilder knocked down versus Luis Ortiz? Because the Wilder has tons of holes. Okay, how many times was he knocked down by Luis Ortiz? He never got knocked down once, you fucking liar. Hey, get shooters. Get this campaign, get him out of here because he's lying. Okay, so PJ's taking long. No, it's too late, campaign. Y'all playing games. We not playing games with you. PJ's done. He's out of here. Get him out of my kingdom. Oh, I noticed one of my hot seat. My shooters already got him. Man, just get him out of here. He's wasting everyone's time anyway. I don't care. I'm about to get off here. Hey, get PJ out of here because someone unbanned him. Put him back in there. Because he's just wasting time. But everyone knows he got an L. Y'all don't know shit about boxing, but you got buried in this argument. Nice knowing you. Shooters, get PJ out of here. Thank you. Leave him blocked too. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, they start saying a bunch of shit don't mean, oh, but Luis Ortiz housed Wilder. But who got housed in round 10 and what was the outcome? Like, look, I'm going to put this into perspective for you. I'm the king of analogies. Get us to 255 likes, and I'll give you this analogy right now. And if y'all want to hear this, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? 255 likes, and can I get a hell yeah? And I'm a body PJ in every casuals argument about, oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda, Luis Ortiz, housed Wilder, all this extra shit. Can I get a hell yeah, and can we get to 255 likes? Come on, man, stop playing. We're almost there. This shit is too easy. We almost there, people. Smash the like button. You're holding up the chat if you ain't hit the like button yet. If you in here and you haven't hit the like button, we there. Now, his argument is just like other casuals are saying. Oh, Luis Ortiz was winning. And then, remember that movie, Dude, Where's My Car? And then, here's an analogy for you guys. Let's say I was a truant student. And this is actually true. Well, that's not 100% true, but I did have a truancy thing in high school. But okay, let's say I was it's not entirely based on what reality, but let's say I was a truant student. Therefore, I missed some classes and I was failing. And it was still early enough in the first 2 semesters where I could stay after school and make up additional credits to make sure I walk and get a diploma. And yes, I do have a diploma. Yes, I've been to some college, but that's just extra because I know some people are like, oh, you're true. This is not based on my life. I'm just giving you guys an analogy, if you will. So anyway, bottom line, say there's a student and they're behind where they should be in terms of their credits. And they say, hey, you still have enough time to make up your credits to the point where you can walk, where you can graduate and go to graduation to get your diploma. Graduation, let's say, is in May, June. You bust your ass, you take night school or whatever the fuck you have to do, after school classes, you make up your credits, boom. June comes around, May comes around, whenever the fuck people graduate, and you walk, they call out your name, hey, young credentials, ego, please come up. I walk up, I get my diploma, I leave. Right? Let me say it in the Denzel voice. Cap and gown, I walk, I get my diploma, and then I leave, right? That means I graduated. Now, I got a diploma. They're gonna send it to me, mail it to you or whatever, take picture. I got a diploma, I graduated. Now let me connect the dots on this analogy. The point being, using PJ and other casuals' argument, it doesn't matter if I was behind in credits, if I did what I had to do, and then by the time everybody is graduating, I'm graduating on time with a diploma. It doesn't matter that in the first semester I was behind 2 credits or I had courses to make up or whatever the fuck. What matters is by the deadline, when it came crunch time, I came through. I got my diploma. I graduated. So people like PJ with this shoulda, coulda, woulda shit, that really doesn't matter. Like when it's all said and done, you got the diploma, you got the job done, you did whatever you had to do to catch up and get it and walk. Period. So despite how good Luis Ortiz was doing, he didn't graduate. Despite how poorly you think Wilder was doing, which wasn't even that poor, he could have threw some more punches, but he wasn't getting dogged. Let's be real, man. I love you, Ego, man. Shout out to all the followers. Let's be real. Wilder was not active enough to be winning rounds, but he wasn't getting bodied in those first 3 rounds at all. He just wasn't throwing enough. Therefore, he was getting outboxed. Therefore, since Luis Ortiz was just outworking him, he was losing. But he wasn't getting like just beat the shit out of, and he's just None of that happened until whatever the 7th round. And he's actually the one that created the first major wave or ripple in the pond when he knocked Luis Ortiz down in the 5th. So, you know what I mean? Like all this, but Luis Ortiz was getting him. Who cares? Did you graduate? Did Wilder graduate? It's that simple. I don't care. Mir Khan was doing great, but Danny Garcia got a hold of his timing. His power came in, and by the 4th round, he got the belt. He got his arm like that. End of story. And like I said, people probably like Eddie Hearn and fans, they're making it sound like Deontay Wilder was getting annihilated. The only time where it was real bad for him was that one round. He had one really bad round where he's clearly hurt in round 7 or whatever, and that was it. But there was no other round where he was just getting like handled. I've seen fights where guys for 11 rounds getting their ass beat, and then in the 12th round they produce some magic. It wasn't like that. There was nothing like that with Wilder. The first 3 rounds he was being outworked, but he was being responsible. First round especially was like just really a filler round for both people. I feel like he was getting outclassed. That's fair. I mean, he was getting outworked and he was getting outclassed. Luis Ortiz has a style that's tricky. He's a southpaw, so you're not going to just come in any type of way. Yeah, Stephen Hawking died. We talked about that earlier in the stream. Rest in peace. Very, very sad, very unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, people are overstating this. He had round 7 was clearly Luis Ortiz's best round. Bow Wow got dropped. What happened? I heard something about he talked about Future or something. I never seen anything. But anyway, yeah, Stephen Hawking really died. I got the alert at the beginning of this stream. But yeah, people are overstating this whole Wilder. Oh, if that had been Joshua. Listen, man, let's get to 275 likes. Y'all keep playing with me. I just thought of another great point. Let's get to 275 likes. Can I get a hell yeah? If y'all want to hear this latest point I just thought of. Oh my God, I'm about to body y'all. Listen, it's talking about, oh, Luis Ortiz had Wilder out of there, and said, Eddie Hearn just said it. He did an interview. Oh, Luis Ortiz had him out of there in round 7, right? That was a southpaw, a decorated amateur. Tricky was outclassing and using his skill and his southpaw stance and his power and all of his intangibles to even make it there. To get dropped in round 5 and get back up, get back on his feet. He didn't do bad in round 6 and produce that. So I said that to say this. Check this out. Everyone, oh, had that been Joshua has to get to round 7. And I'm not sleeping on Joshua, that I'm not throwing shade, but that's a fact. Wilder has a lot of early knockouts. So Joshua has to even make it to that point. You know what I mean? If we're comparing with Luis Ortiz got dropped in round 5, came back and shook it off a little bit in round 6, and then produced that in round 7 when they exchanged. Joshua has to make it to that point, or get Wilder out of there himself. You know what I mean? So everyone keep trying to compare the situations and shit. Joshua would have, using what Luis Ortiz did, and you're putting Joshua in Luis Ortiz's shoes, that exact example, that means Anthony Joshua would have to get hurt in round 5, survive round 6, and produce that with his style by round 7, if we're trading places on some Eddie Murphy shit. You know what I mean? Or he would have to knock Wilder out himself by that round. You know what I'm saying? So it's not if that had been not really, because Joshua has to do the same things and produce the same things and have the same chin and have the same willpower and deal with everything coming from an orthodox standpoint to even make it to where Ortiz was able to produce that. You know what I'm saying? So styles make fights, different people. I'm sure when guys go through these Klitschko type fights for Joshua or Luis Ortiz fight for Wilder, they probably learn, they probably get better. That's why we want to see Joshua Wilder. But Eddie Hearn, like I said, doing interviews and saying, oh, had that been Joshua, I mean, well, Joshua has to produce what Luis Ortiz produced, and it's that simple. You know what I'm saying? That's like, my mom can cook. She's like very delicious food, right? That's like me allowing my mom to, from start to finish, make a dish from scratch, and then everyone tastes it and like, that's delicious. And then someone says, oh, had that been Ego that made it? No, it's not. I would have to do everything she did to even get that. Like, just because she could cook doesn't mean I could cook. You guys get what I'm saying? I don't know if that analogy resonated with you guys. The bottom line is Luis Ortiz is his own fighter. He's his own independent fighter. He's a southpaw, unlike Joshua. He bounces on his toes, fights totally different. So the bottom line is you can't ride off of what he did well and say, oh, had that been the next guy, because the next guy would have to do everything that the first guy did to create that complication. Period. You know what I mean? It's not as easy as just Eddie Hearn. Oh, if Joshua had Wilder hurt like that, you can't really say that, because Joshua would have to get Wilder hurt just like that. And if you think about it, Luis Ortiz, he was the boogeyman, and he's crafty. Do you guys, I be on my boxing shit. I be really studying this sport. Luis Ortiz countered the fuck out of Wilder to create okay, first of all, he used his non-dominant hand. I mean, I'm going to say Luis Ortiz is probably more deadly with his left. Not all southpaws are like that, but I think Luis Ortiz would fit in the class of like Erislandy Lara, Pacquiao, Adonis Stevenson, where they're southpaws and their left is their primary weapon. That's one thing. If I'm not mistaken, Luis Ortiz hurt. What it was set everything up in that round 7 was a counter. Wilder actually landed some shit and a right hook counter from Luis Ortiz. Not even his primary weapon, but that goes to show, props to Luis Ortiz, goes to show he has power in both hands. Take your glasses off, ego. Yo, this is real off-putting. In the middle of breaking down boxing, people care more about my eyes. That's really weird. But anyway, Luis Ortiz used his non-primary weapon to catch Wilder with a right hook, if I'm not mistaken. And that's what set the Wilder being hurt up. So, you know what I mean? Can Joshua, whatever, let's say his right hand is his primary weapon, can he counter with the left hook that's going to create that over? You know what I mean? It's just, they're different fighters. Everything is different. You know what I mean? So you can't just give someone credit for something else another person did. I can't let Picasso paint something or Van Gogh and then be like, oh, had I had the paintbrush, I would have been able to paint the Sistine Chapel. It don't work like that. He painted the Sistine Chapel using his tools and his imagination. I can't just come at the end talking about, oh, had that been me, I would have been able to prove. No. If it was you, you got to do that. You got to paint the Sistine Chapel on your own. You know what I mean? Period. So I don't like that what PJ, the dude in the hot seat, was saying. Oh, we seen what Luis Ortiz did. And again, I'm being 100% frank with you guys. Ego is an alien. Once again, okay. I'm being 100% frank with you guys. Luis Ortiz, he's just a completely different style of fight than AJ. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I still want to see Joshua Wilder. I can't give Joshua credit for some shit Luis Ortiz did. You know what I mean? That's why they gotta fight. If they're the last men standing in their last 2 fights, or their last fight, then they need to fight to see what happens. Styles make fights. You guys know this. That's like, in my opinion, Pacquiao beat Bradley 3 times. I don't think he looked particularly good in the first time, but I still would have gave him the edge from the last time I remember seeing the fight. But hey, it's just like the triangle. Marquez arguably beat Pacquiao more than one occasion. Bradley arguably lost to Pacquiao all 3 times. And he did lose to him twice, but he arguably lost all 3. But then Bradley beat Marquez. You get what I'm saying? So like that triangle theory and them weak ass arguments don't really amount to jack shit. You get what I'm saying? Oh, but because Luis Ortiz had him in trouble. That's Luis Ortiz. Do you have Luis Ortiz's southpaw stance? Do you have his height? Do you have his power? Do you have power in both hands? Do you get on your toes like Luis Ortiz? Do you have as many amateurs? Do you have the same chin he had? You know what I'm saying? It don't just like, you just swap him out with any fighter and they're going to do that. You know what I mean? Same thing with Wilder. Like, if anybody else, like, let's say Kubrat Pulev was fighting Luis Ortiz that night. Kubrat Pulev, does he have Wilder type of power where he's going to be able to lose and turn it all around with a couple of rounds or a couple of certain punches? You know what I'm saying? Each fighter is his own. And that's just the bottom line. So it's a good fight. Y'all fans got to just man up and want to see it. Stop telling me who will win. Let's see who will win. I have no problem if Joshua wins. I have no problem if Wilder wins. Because at the end of the day, what I do know, the fans will win. The real boxing fans will win. You know what I'm saying? If AJ's the man and that's how it's written, then that's what it is. If Wilder's the man, that's how it's written. Period. But you can't just give him credit. Oh, had that, you know what I mean? Why don't the haters and detractors use the same argument? Had that been AJ in Luis Ortiz's shoes, he would have finished Wilder off. Okay, had that been Wilder and he got him hurt like Klitschko did, then you could say he would have finished him off. Because Wilder's far more aggressive. Wilder's not 41, and he's a way more aggressive and a better finisher than a 41-year-old Klitschko. Facts. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. These dudes with these weak-ass strawman arguments, you can take them down instantly. Oh, but the way Luis Ortiz did, Wilder would have been out of there. Okay. The way Klitschko did would have had Joshua out of there, because we know that Wilder probably hits harder, and at the very least, if they hit the same, he's more aggressive. Boom. You never know. So yeah, stop with these weak ass arguments and like triangle theories and shit. Let's just see them fight. Then there's nothing to argue about. Like I said, some of y'all want to keep it in this virtual reality bullshit and never see this shit. Ego, Mikey Garcia beats Spence, in my opinion. Well, I disagree with your opinion. I don't think that's a good fight for him. But if he wants to take it, take it. Like I said, there's nothing to talk about. Let's see it. He called out Spence. Spence rolled his eyes on my page when he got called out when I posted the video. So I think Spence would take the fight. So let's see it. Why you got glasses on? Once again, why do you care what a man is wearing when we're talking about boxing? That's a better question. Like if Triple G's wearing a suit and tie, do you say, hey, why are you wearing that tie? Like, who cares? What does that have to do with the boxing talk? You know what I mean? Do you care what Abel Sanchez is wearing when he's interviewing? Abel, why do you have that? Why'd you cut your mustache like that? Who cares? Some of y'all sus. But anyway, let's just see it. That's all I'm saying. Bro, I was gonna go to sleep, but I saw the stream. Well, I'm about to get off of here. It's a good fight, Joshua versus Wilder. Let's stop all that he said, who woulda, coulda, woulda. Let's just see it. Period. Let's just see it. And then there's nothing to discuss. But to use what Luis Ortiz did or Klitschko did, none of that's here nor there. And if anything, in just my opinion, the way Luis Ortiz fought Wilder versus the way Klitschko fought, I understand why, stylistically, I understand why Wilder was that hurt and in trouble. But he bounced back pretty well. Joshua needed a couple rounds. You know what I mean? With the guy coming off a loss, a year plus layoff, 41. I mean, he was in shape. Klitschko was in shape and stuff. But he needed a couple rounds. Wilder's a good finisher, so we'll see. Like I said, there's nothing to talk about. Let's see it. Period. You know what I mean? But for Eddie Hearn to say, I'm afraid, y'all got to make this make sense. I'm afraid that Wilder is going to lose. Then that means that, to me, since Joshua is the only one with the upcoming fight on the books, you're more worried about Wilder almost losing before you make the fight, then that means, to me, that there's a chance that you might really be trying to make Joshua versus Gerald Big Baby Miller. And then Wilder's going to, again, have to fight someone else. And then you're worried he might lose to that person. But if you make the fight, if that's what, see, there has to be some, this is all over the place what Eddie Hearn is saying. He said there's an 80% chance that Joshua Wilder happens next. So if you're confident that Joshua gets past Parker and there's an 80% chance that Joshua fights Wilder next, then why would you be afraid that he'll lose before you make the fight? Y'all got to start looking through this double talk, because that doesn't even make sense to me. Ego, I strongly believe the Ortiz that showed up against Wilder would have beaten Anthony Joshua we saw against Takam. I mean, it's possible for sure. But we don't know, because that's shoulda, coulda, woulda. But, I mean, I think he looks sharp, so we'll just leave it at that. There's definitely a possibility. So again, someone answered that. Eddie Hearn said there's an 80% chance Joshua fights Wilder next, and he's the only one with the upcoming bout. And you're confident he gets past Parker, and he's gonna chin him, chat shit, get bang, right? So why would you be afraid that Wilder will lose to someone in the meantime before you make the Joshua fight, unless you were potentially thinking about having Joshua fight another person not named Deontay Wilder? Niggas be in here doing the most to get ego to notice them. LOL, shaking my head. I mean, we're not worried about them. We talking boxing. That's crazy. You want a man's attention. Yeah, ego. Show me your eyes. Show me that sparkle. But anyway, no one's gonna make it make sense. Okay. Why would you be worried that Wilder will lose before you make the Joshua fight if you plan on making it next? Then that means Joshua is the only one that has to get past someone, which is Parker. And you said you think he'll beat Parker. And Parker's not ready for his power and all that. So then why would Wilder lose? Who's he going to lose to if he fights Joshua next? But again, if you try to string it out and make a homecoming or America debut, you know what I mean? American debut with Joshua and Gerald Big Baby Miller, yeah, then that's probably going to force Wilder to fight somebody else in the meantime. And then it's another fight. There's a chance that he could lose. Eddie Hearn's a modern day Bob Arum. So yeah, the double talk, it doesn't get past me. And here's another thing. In my opinion, unless he's fighting, the only two guys that I really would say have a chance to beat Wilder the way he's looking is Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua. And I would pick him to probably beat both. But if I'm just being objective in terms of a stylistic tough fights for him, then that's the toughest fights for Wilder. So you already got past Luis Ortiz. Who are you fearing is gonna beat him? You see, that's what I'm saying. You guys can't just tell me whatever. Promoters can't just tell me whatever. Who's gonna beat Wilder, not named Tyson Fury or AJ, before he gets to AJ? Who? You worried that if Wilder fights Dominic Brazil's gonna upset him? You're worried about Gerald Washington rematch? You're worried about the Dillian White, Lucas Brown winner is gonna beat him? To me, he just fought the guy who is the only guy who is a non-champion that presented the most risk to him. Who? I'm on my owl shit. Who? Who is gonna beat Wilder that's a non-champion? And again, Tyson Fury, that's the only other person that I would say. I think AJ and Tyson Fury have the best shot to beat him. And I'm not saying I would pick them to beat him. I'm just saying if I'm looking at the toughest fight for him, those are his toughest fights to me, other than Luis Ortiz, which he already got past. So who does Eddie Hearn think who does Eddie Hearn think is gonna beat Wilder before it gets to Joshua? Klitschko's retired. Makes no sense. And Klitschko's coming off 2 losses. Tyson Fury, and then he got knocked out by Joshua. And he's been inactive since the Joshua fight last year. So I would favor Wilder to beat Klitschko's ass, to be honest. But he's retired. Next. Gerald Miller would knock out Wilder. Gerald Miller, I don't know if his power's like that. Because when did he knock out Gerald Washington? I think that took several rounds. So let me get this straight. Luis Ortiz, having all the experience he has, he didn't knock out Wilder when he had him badly hurt, but you would pick Gerald Miller too? Okay. I don't know. I don't see that, like I said. And that's an orthodox fighter instead of a southpaw. That dude has to be playing Wilder Destroys Big Baby. This one, I'm not even gonna argue with dudes. And anyway, Gerald Big Baby Miller is not even a good contender because Eddie Hearn is basically, if Joshua doesn't fight Wilder next, he's probably gonna fight Gerald Big Baby Miller. So bro, these dudes can't fuck with me. These dudes cannot fuck with me with these points. Either way, you're trapped because Eddie Hearn says there's 80% chance as Wilder next, but he's also mentioned and linked Joshua's name if he gets past Parker to Gerald Big Baby Miller. And I said, who can beat Wilder that's a non-champ? You say Gerald Miller, But if Joshua doesn't fight Wilder next, Joshua himself is probably going to fight Gerald Big Baby Miller. So why would Eddie Hearn be worried that a guy like Gerald Miller is going to knock out Wilder before, if Joshua's going to get to Gerald Miller before Wilder? Still doesn't make sense. You guys can't fuck with me. That's it. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. So if Joshua's he might pick, if he doesn't fight Wilder, that's the only name I've heard Eddie Hearn link to Joshua after Parker, Wilder or Gerald Miller. So why would Eddie Hearn be worried that Wilder is going to lose to somebody if you plan on fighting Gerald Miller? Talking in circles. These boys can't fuck with me. I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Ego Army, I told you, Ego Mafia. We are the mob. Money on top of boxing. Bay Area, West Coast. Death Row West. We started off on the West Coast, so we branched out. Now we got this Death Row East thing moving. It's a personification of everything that we did on the West Coast. I really wonder how long Eddie Hearn is going to milk this. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense what's being said. You guys got to listen to what people say. Who is Wilder going to lose to in the interim? And why would he lose if you plan on making the fight next? Those are my two questions. If AJ has a fight at the end of the month and you think he's going to get past him, and you say, hey, Joshua Wilder happens next, then why would Eddie Hearn say he's worried that Wilder's going to lose to someone before he even gets to Joshua? I'm out. Y'all boys can't fuck with me. These young boys can't beat me. Peace out.